Hello ladies, welcome to day 3 of the Esther fast. And you guys, this is the final day of the fast. And today's word is very specific, okay? And I want to tell you right now, the Lord told me to tell you, He needs you to rest and believe in the finished work of Jesus Christ. I don't know what you were believing for on this fast. I don't know what breakthrough you've been praying for, but God says the day is not over. And He also said, remember what I told you on day 1, give me 3 days. Give Him 3 days. And He's saying that to you again. Do not throw in the towel because it's the 3rd day and you haven't seen what the other girls are testifying about. You haven't seen that yet. God says, don't worry. Rest and believe in the finished works of Jesus Christ. He also says, understand that the day isn't over yet. And I am a buzzer beater God. He also told me to share 2 to 3 testimonies with you about how God has been a buzzer beater God in my life. Okay. I want to tell you, there was a season where I was financially struggling and I knew my rent was due. And I knew my rent was due on this coming up. And I remember I kept preparing. I kept trying to sell products. I kept trying to do things. I'm like, God, I don't have the money to cover the rent. The day of, I woke up, still didn't have the money. And I felt overwhelmed. But I said, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to put on my clothes. I'm going to look the way as if I did. I'm going to still show up as if I did. I'm going to write my devotionals. I'm going to go and preach. I'm going to go do everything you call me to do. And I remember that day I got myself together. And I looked really good, actually. I felt good. But I knew I didn't have the money for my rent. And I remember that day I got there. I said, Lord, I'm going to do whatever I can. I've been trying to sell things all week, but I'm going to just send one more email. I'm going to just do one more product. And I want to tell you, He's a buzzer beater God. And I'm sharing this right now because it's just, the ministry is such a test. He's a buzzer beater. It takes such a faith. It's just such a faith test. And there was another season where we were kind of struggling and I had an intern working for me and I was so blessed to have her. And I knew at the end of the summer I had to pay her a stipend. And so we had her money, but during that summer we hit a lot of financial hardships. So the money started to go in different places. Before I knew it, it was officially time to pay this girl. And it was the week of. And so that Monday, I knew she was going to get paid on that Friday. And I remember that Monday, I'm working and I'm praying and I'm putting my hand to the toil. I'm working my gifts. Nothing's coming through. All week long, y'all. It's the day of Friday. We didn't have all her money. We had a portion, but we didn't have all of it. And I remember I told her, come pick your check up at 12. And I remember that morning I got up and I said, Lord, at 11:30, whatever we have, I'm going to go get that check. And then just so happened, something happened with our schedules and our lives. So we pushed it back to 2. And I still, whatever we had, I was still going to give her that check and tell her, we'll pay you the rest in the next week or so, right? I was going to set up some type of payment with her to give her the rest. But I remember just feeling like, man, God, like she worked so good for His Daughter's Closet. She put in so much work. And I want to be able to give her what we said we were going to give her. You know what? We're going to give her what we can. And what happened was, since we had a meeting and something pushed it back, she was going to pick her check up at 2. I got off the meeting at 1:30, checked the account, all her money was there. I grabbed my keys, I run to the bank, I get the check, I come back, I sit down, and as soon as I'm getting ready to sit down, she's come walking up, and I had her money. Buzzer beater God. I want to tell you, there's been so many times where it's been the day of and I'm like, God, I don't know how we're going to put that money down. I don't know how we're going to put the money down for this. I don't know how we're going to pay them for that particular place or this office or whatever. I mean, there's been so many times, you guys, and I want to tell you, God will still say, give me the whole day. The day ain't over yet. You don't, oh God, I don't have the money for my rent. I don't have the money for this particular thing. God says the day ain't over yet. And I don't know how many times, y'all, God has showed up and showed out. I don't know how many times He has done that. And I want to tell you again, girl, the day is not over yet. Don't throw in the towel because everybody else has been talking about their testimony and you don't have one yet. Out of the fast we did in August of 2023, you guys, God did something crazy. I remember everybody was sharing all these testimonies and it was the last day of the fast. And I was like, you know what, God, maybe I'm not going to have a testimony this fast. And that's okay. Maybe all these women that got their testimony, maybe that can be a part of me, a part of mine. And I remember feeling that, but I wasn't really happy about that either. And then I got a call from a school program that I used to be a part of in undergrad. And I let them know, they were like, oh, we were just trying to fill up your file. We were just trying to update your file. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm working on a master's. I was like, but I had to take some time off. And then they were like, hey, we actually looked at your account, and there's actually money in that program from undergrad. You still have money in that. So pretty much, like, we will pay for your master's. That was on day 3 of that fast, y'all. It broke me. I remember just sitting in my bed crying, because I thought everybody else was going to get their testimony and their breakthrough, but not me. And I want to share this with you right now. I'm crying again. I just want to share this with you right now. If you're somebody who's been losing faith and you're like, God is going to bless everybody else, but not me. Everybody else has a testimony. Everybody else had their breakthrough, but I will not have mine. Don't believe that for 1 minute, girl. That is just a lie of the enemy. Do not believe that. God sees you. Just like that word I gave, he's walking around your palace. He's in the midst of your issues. He's in the midst of stuff, and he's guiding you. Girl, do not throw in the towel. The day is not over yet. The day is not over yet. Keep holding on to that faith, daughter of God. The day is not over yet. Day 1, he said, give him 3 days. Day 2, he said, he's trying to be your father again. He's walking around your area. He's helping you. He's assisting you. In day 3, he says, do not throw in that towel, and realize the day is not over yet. The day is not over yet. Keep your faith. Keep working. Keep believing. God is with you. And I have to share that with you. Don't lose hope. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what you've lost in this last year and last seasons. I don't care what situations you thought God was going to come through for you and he didn't, and you lost faith. I don't care about that. God says, hey, this is a new season and a new time. You got a new harvest behind your name. You got a new revelation behind your name. And this season is different than last. This year is different than last. What was then is old and passed away, and there are some new things right here. And God says right now, the day is not over yet, daughter of God. The day is not over yet. The day is not over yet. Do not lose your faith. Do not lose your hope. He is saying today you need to rest in the finished works of me. So I need you to walk through this day. I need you to get up, put on your clothes, do your hair, put your makeup on, look the part as if it was already done, because the day is not over yet. This is the test of your faith. Welcome to Christianity. Welcome to your testing of your faith. Welcome to a new level of faith. Welcome to having faith and patience and hope for the future. Welcome, daughter of God, to this new level. Welcome to higher. Welcome to higher in the name of Jesus. Welcome, daughter of God, to this new level. Welcome. The day is not over yet. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Also, something the Lord spoke to me a lot about in this fast is he said, cry aloud. I kept coming across scriptures that said, cry out, cry aloud, cry. Like, I kept coming across scriptures like that. And so that's what this fast has been. And if you have not cried aloud about your need, if you have not cried aloud and just asked God for what you need, even if you got to get down to the very cent, God, I need $244.12 because I need this bill covered. God, I need $1,680 something because I need to cover this. Whatever it is, girl, I want you to get down to the nitty gritty. Cry aloud and ask the Lord, okay? If you got to add up everything. God, I need 200 and something, and then whatever that may be, daughter of God, I need you to cry aloud. Petition before the Lord. Ask before the Lord. I need you to cry aloud, daughter of God. I need you to bring it to the forefront of him. The final day, daughter, I need you to rest and believe in the finished works of God. If you have not cried aloud, it's time to cry aloud. Amen. As well as I need you to realize the day ain't over yet. The day ain't over yet. The day ain't over yet. God says the day ain't over yet. I got you. The day ain't over yet. I thank you so much for going along on this fast. This is your final day, girl. Hold on tight. And also join me tonight for our last corporate prayer call. I'm going to be speaking a word to you tonight. It ain't this word. It's a whole nother word. But I'm going to speak that word to you tonight. So please join me. And I'm so excited to finish out this fast with you. I'm so excited. So girl, do not lose hope. The day ain't over yet. I'll see you tonight.